Never in a million years did I think I will ever see NAS100 beg to pay people's money back. But we are here now, so stick up until the end because things gets really interesting. As you guys may know, recently we made a comparison on NAS100 with Kanye USDT, and I didn't think that NAS100 would follow in Kanye's footsteps so fast. Recently, Kanye was served to go to court, and it is alleged that NAS100 is kind of facing the similar fate. Now, we are gonna go through some screenshots, and I'm not gonna waste your time any further, so let's get right into it. On the first screenshot, you guys can see this client telling NAS100, please secure that spot, I'm paying now. Now, when I read such messages, you guys must always understand that that is because the advertiser advertised that there's only one spot left. That is why this client is asking him that. But in the message above, you can see this client asking him, do we pay 450 Rand? NAS100 says yes, so please tally that 450 Rand. So he then says, I made the payment under Zikikana. Did you receive it? NAS100 then says, yes, I'll send logins soon. Now, when you look at Wednesday, the 12th of April, he then says, morning, please keep one spot for me. I'm going to pay in 10 minutes after my meeting. I made the payment now, 1000 Rand, reference Zikikana. And that was after NAS100 sent him login details, right? So now you guys must understand, this person paid 1450 Rand in total. And you might ask, but what is he gonna get in return? Now, because this payment was made separately, we're gonna calculate it separately. The 450 Rand was gonna get this client 4500 Rand, and the 1000 Rand was gonna get him 10,000 Rand. Now, that is a whole lot of guaranteed return on investment, and at that point already, this brush should have noted that this was just a scam. And after receiving the login details of that account, this client then sent NAS100 a message, please don't tell me we got chopped by that market today. An hour later, update maybe, a whole couple of hours later, 2 question marks. Now, I always tell you guys, these question marks of y'all, these concerns of y'all, it comes way too late. It should have been there before you paid. So obviously, he then sends 2 screenshots, which basically details kind of the whole deal of the account management, trying to guilt trip NAS100. But even I could have told you, guilt tripping this man don't work. After that, he sends a very long paragraph which reads, good evening, Danley. I am not sure what is happening with regards to the money I have paid yesterday and today. I tried reaching out to you, but all I am getting is zero communication. The login details that you provided to the trading account shows that 0 funds were deposited. To my understanding, I expect to see 10k deposit and the 4500 Rand. I kindly ask that open, transparent communication happens because it is a service I paid for. It really doesn't help advertising one spot left when we are left in the dark. Let us be respectful and communicate what is happening. To which NAS100 arrogantly responds, can you be patient then to come at me while I didn't text you yet? To which the client then says, I'm not coming at you. I've texted you since this afternoon, and 0 response. Now, if you guys have paid attention to my previous video that I made about NAS100, this is a pattern of his. Once he receives your money, he doesn't care about you at all. And at this point, this boy is really in trouble because a whole lot of people that they have conned, if they decide to take him to court today, he will not have evidence of depositing that funds or trading that funds. And I'm going on a hunch here based on this. Now, if this person decides to take him to court, that is full on fraud because he didn't use that money to trade. Because here that client says, I can't see deposits anywhere. Moving along, this client then says, morning, please provide feedback on what happened yesterday or the way forward. I Bowena, so you're genuinely going to ignore me? Or maybe if I expose you on Instagram and Twitter, I will get answers. I don't mind even opening a case for theft against you because it boils down to that. No, my friend, it doesn't boil down to theft. It boils down to fraud. Clearly, you don't know how to run your business and you are actually childish. How you are going to ignore simple questions? Okay, you guys can read further on, but I'm more interested as to what NAS100 says after this. But look at the bottom how you will see there that 450 times 10 gives you 4500 Rand. So NAS100 promised his clients a 10-time return on investment. That should have alerted you guys that this is just a disingenuous get-rich-quick scam. Like I said, I'm interested in NAS100's response, and here you guys can see him saying, listen here, this is my business that I'm running. You won't be telling me bullshit. I'm the one running a business here. Can't you see that I'm funding on the trading account and we took a loss today? Who said I won't refund the trading account? One thing I won't allow is disrespect from a client just because of 1000 Rand or whatever amount you've sent. It's not like you're putting food on my table. Learn how to talk to people. example, you telling me about opening cases. What case is it you paid? I've sent logins. Then, if market is volatile, what should I do? Nah, sis, I hate such behavior. Now, Naz100 Ape thought he was clever by saying that, but this just gets him further into trouble, because when that client went into that account, he never saw deposits of 10k, 450 that he initially invested in first. Naz100 Ape talking about not putting food on my table. You should think twice after saying things like that. So the client then says, nobody is disputing the fact that it is your business. The point that you're missing is lack of communication and respect towards your client. Where in life have you witnessed such? Again, I'm not going to read on because this is sentiments that I continuously share with you guys. Now, when Naz100 Ape responded, he said, what is it that I'm communicating with you? Because the only thing when target is reached, I send your share. What is it that I should communicate? Now, when it comes to that point, what is it that he should communicate? Obviously, this investment plan was supposed to happen in 24 hours, right? A daily type of thing, but it didn't happen in that specific day. So you as an investor is supposed to relay back to your client to let them know, listen, we didn't hit target, but tomorrow we can try again. Rest assured, your funds is safe with me. But do you take the time out to do that? No. You fucking expect people to assume that that is gonna be what you're doing. Meanwhile, you are chowing that money in peace. You disingenuous piece of... Should I ever be caught in such a situation, I'll go straight to the police. I'm not still gonna go back and forth with you. So Naz100 Ape then says, post account number, I'll send you a refund of your deposit. How much did you send all in all? The client then sends his deposits with his dates. Naz100 Ape then says, by the end of today, you'll get your money. No need to take such measures. So obviously, as you guys can see, this guy is scared of the lawsuits, and that is what you guys need to be focusing on now, the rehabilitation process, because if more traders will get lawsuits and face the long arm of the law, less of them will be bold enough to scam people. As you guys could have guessed, Naz100 Ape telling this bruh, but listen, I'm gonna give your money back at the end of today. That was a false promise, the same way his 24-hour returns is a false promise. But this client then says, morning, I see my money has not been deposited as promised. Please make sure you do that as soon as possible. I'm still waiting for it. Now, obviously, that was the 18th of April. Then the 20th of April, 2 days later, this client says, good morning, please remember to pay it into the following account. He then sends it again. Friday, the next day, this brother really got a little bit upset because he said, morning, it has been more than 24 hours now and you keep forfeiting your agreement to pay back the money. To my understanding, your bank accounts are fully operating. How are you still taking in more clients but your bank accounts are frozen? And that is a good question. He just got caught in a lie right there. If 1,400 Rand is small money for you, then paying me back should be no problem at all. Obviously, you have it floating around. I think I've been patient enough, but now you are disrespectful. If only half of the money can be paid, please do so. Now, with that last sentence there, if only half of the money can be paid, please do so. You guys must stop giving these O's lenience, because that is how they realize you are a nice guy and they can walk over you. Naz100 Ape then disingenuously responds, how will I give refund when my accounts are locked? You can open a case, then send me case number. All evidence is here that I funded the account and my accounts are blocked. I showed your boyfriend. What do you want me to do now? How will I get money when both my accounts are closed? I can't open a bank account while my accounts are all on hold. When done opening the case, you will send me the case number. It's getting intense, and as I'm telling you guys, we are at a point where the lawsuits are really gonna be started against this man, and allegedly with this client it has happened. More chats shows that this client has been waiting for over 2 weeks and nothing yet, to which Naz100 Ape then says, my accounts haven't been unfrozen as yet. And I just think that is just a lie to get out of these things so that you forget him and not worry about your money at all. Because hey, how are you gonna worry about your 1,400 Rand when I can't get to any of my money at all? So obviously the threats and the swearing have started. I'm really not surprised by that, but you guys should never allow a scammer to take you guys this far. It is really sad to see how Nas 100 Ape is taking you guys out of character, but because he is doing it so willingly, so freely, this bruh is really gonna come across the wrong person someday, and is gonna pay for that mistake with his life. I mean, people in South Africa have died for less. So we're finally getting to a point now, and here's a screenshot of Nas 100 Ape making a withdrawal from Luno. Now, I don't understand how this is gonna happen if his bank account is frozen, because the only place that you can withdraw to from your Luno account is your bank account. And in one of these messages, you can clearly see Nas 100 Ape saying, you will have your money by tomorrow. As you guys can see, we are at the point where Nas 100 Ape is now begging to pay this client back. And this is all because of an alleged lawsuit. And if I was that client, I would not take that money back. I would walk the course of that lawsuit so that Nas 100 Ape can face the full arm and the full extent of the law, because he's been doing this for quite some time now, and eventually the law needs to catch up to him. Day is drawing closer where we will see Nas 100 Ape in prison overalls, but until that day, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys in my next video.